Okay, we have here a friend's Honda 250 SX. It's his favorite toy. He loves this thing. Well, it's been bogging and spitting and sputtering, and I want to see if we can fix it. So the first thing that I'm doing here is I'm draining the gas out. And I want to make sure I got good flow. Like these have a cap, sometimes the cap goes bad and you will lose fuel flow. Or sometimes you have water in the gas or foreign objects in the gas. But I'm not seeing anything yet. But we're going to do this anyway. And even off, it's still flowing good. So this cap is doing like nothing. So we got great fuel flow. I'm not seeing any water in the pan. I got a nice clean pan, of course, to test with. No, I don't know. It's not looking good so far. We'll have to get into the carb, I guess. But I'm still going to drain it and clean it and check everything because this, like I said, it's his favorite toy. So we're going to do this. So far we have no water, no dirt, no nothing. I'm going to check this filter too. And of course, oh boy, the whole petcock turned. But I'm going to have to tighten that up a little bit too. Let's see what this filter looks like first of all. It looks pretty nice in there. I don't see any foreign objects in there. A little tiny bit of crud in the bottom will blow out, but not bad. So far the gas looks good. It must be in the carb. So first of all, we checked the fuel flow. It was flowing good no matter whether I turned the cap on or off. This was good. Now we're looking inside the tank. It's got a few little particles in there, but they're too big, I think, to cause any issues. I don't think this little tiny bit is going to cause an issue. And it's way down in the cracks, and the screen is way over there, the little hump there. So I don't think them little particles are going anywhere. So yeah, we have to dig into the carburetor. So we were worried at his house because we saw this little crack here, but it's not cracked through here. So I know it's not that. And at his house, I sprayed this up as it was running with brake clean, and it didn't change the idle any. So we don't have an intake leak, not there anyway. I'm checking everything. Okay, so here we are on the bench with this Honda carburetor. 250 SX. First of all, we noticed that this piece here was broken off in the corner. Well, that's kind of weird for a Honda to have this piece. I haven't seen that. I've only seen that on Chinese adapters. So I think when I put this back on, I'm gonna leave that out. But since it's bogging, I wanted to check this. So I pulled the O-ring. I want to check this is nice and flat, right straight across. Yeah, that looks good. A little dirty, but good. So we're going to get into this carburetor by tearing it apart and cleaning it out and making it hopefully run better. We'll see what's in there, if anything. There was some particles in the gas tank. I think I will drain that the rest of the way and rinse it, but I didn't see any real rust or anything bad, just some particles, like metallic almost. So we'll get this float bowl off. I should have grabbed a screw gun, buzz it off, but I don't like to use that for too much for putting things together. I don't use it at all. Strip things real quick. Yeah, it looks pretty clean in there. I see signs of a little bit of something there, but nothing bad. We'll blow that out, clean it out. We're going to pull everything apart and clean everything spotless. Just because it's bogging. Of course, I had to clean my bench first. Okay, so we're going to get into here. We're going to take all the jets out. Tear everything apart. And what we're going to do is poke all the holes out. Any little holes, big holes, we're just going to clean them out. Oh, that one's stuck. Okay. We're going to clean everything. See them little holes? We're going to clean them out. We're going to clean all of them. We're going to tear every little bit of this carburetor apart just for cleaning purposes. See, little holes there. The jet itself. So that's what we're doing here. And I also want to tear this out. This is the air mixture for like low end idle circuit. It kind of adjusts the mixture up a little bit. I'll put it together and go about 1.5 out on that, and it should run okay on that. I see a little bit of crud on that. I'm going to clean all that off. Everything gets polished clean. Looks good there, looks good there. It really doesn't look that bad. I don't see any major issues. I don't know where his needle is set either. Looks like it's a little bit off center, but that's all right. It actually goes either way. It looks like it's up high enough that it shouldn't bog or anything. It's out of the jet far enough. So that all looks good. I'm just gonna blow everything out. What I do is hit it with carb cleaner, and then I blast air through it. That knocks everything loose. But I'm not doing it in my camera. I'm gonna do it over here a little bit. Just blow it out. That can make a mess out of a camera really quick. So that part is all done. Like I said, I blow carb cleaner first in every single hole. Just blast a bunch of this in, and then I chase it with air, and it just cleans out everything. Okay, so that's how we do that. You should clean out the choke circuit a little bit too. But yeah, wait. It just goes down to the floor. Yeah, the choke circuit on these is a plunger that goes in this big hole here, and it just blocks a port off. What it does is it goes straight down in there, and it just shoots fuel in it idle more so than throttle. And that's how your choke works on these carburetors. Now what I do is I take my torch tip cleaners and I run them through all these little holes and clean everything out. Oops, I got two tip cleaners, that ain't gonna work. So make sure everything's opened and cleaned. And yes, I'll do the reinstall of the carburetor on camera. Oh, that's almost, yeah, that's actually too tight for there. You have to find something smaller yet. That's the tiniest one, yeah. That is a small jet. Yep, it's time to get out the wire brush, I guess, on that one. Take a wire brush here and just shove it through there a few times. There we go. Just run it around in there good. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to squirt carb cleaner through it. And blow it out with air just to make sure it's nice and clean, spotless. Like I said, I want this carb done good, so I don't have to tear it out again. I think my buddy that owns it had this apart too and tried, but we're going to try again. This stuff here, you take my little wire brush to it, and scrub it up nice. Very lightly, you just clean it up, polish it nice. Very lightly. You don't want to make big marks in it and stuff. I just want all that drip gone. And I'll do the same with this. So poke all the holes out. Now this one I'll be able to fit a bigger one through. This is the main jet, so the bigger one will go through. But I want to get these little tiny holes up here. If these are plugged even, it'll cause a problem. Just ream them a little bit and clean them. There's one there. Some of them are so tiny they're actually like hard to see. Or am I blind to the bat? I don't know. That one looked a little messy. Now for the main jet, that's a big hole, at least a bigger hole. I don't know what size yet. It's bigger than that one. Is it that big? How big is it? I'd say like that one maybe. Oh, good guess. see, that one is there. What's the next one up? We'll see what this is here. That one fit through too? Oh yeah, that's it right there. I'm just gonna clean it a little bit, rub it around. Maybe take a little bit out, if anything, just a little tiny bit. I'm not really gonna ream this jet too much. Leave it stocked, it should run. I'm gonna blow it out over here. I kind of wanted you guys to see this, but it's hard to do without squirting the camera because it goes in all directions. So, that one is all cleaned nicely. Everything's cleared out in there. This little jet, it was dirty. I'm gonna touch up a little. Really got to be careful with these. If your wire brush hooks on it, you can screw it up. Really gentle and easy. I just want to polish it and clean it so nothing really sticks to it, you know. When it's got goop on it, more goop is attracted to the goop. So that's that. We got one more to do. Clean it up a little first. Yeah. Oh, ain't that nice, sparkly clean. You know, what size is that one? I guess this is the mid-range type jet. So it's bigger than the little one. Smaller than the big one, of course. Or is it real tiny? I think that's about all we got, yeah. Yep, another one for the wire brush here, I guess. Yep, gotta stuff that through there. Twist it around a bunch of times, make sure it's a nice clean jet. And blow it out with carb cleaner in here. It's got nice flow. Okay, now everything is sparkly clean inside and out. I guess this carburetor can go back together. I'm going to clean that a little bit. Go. That looks better. Make sure the O-ring slot looks good. And the O-ring looks good too. I don't feel any problems with it. I could probably replace it, but I don't feel it really necessary. I think we're pretty good. It's a little bit flat. Yeah, I'll see if I got one of them. I'll come back. Well, I found something kind of weird. The metric O-rings. Yeah, you can see them in there. The metric O-rings are very thick O-rings. They're too thick to go in the hole. That will not squish in there. No way. And the standard O-ring is too small or too big. So I'm thinking this is like some specialty Honda O-ring. And like I said, that one doesn't look bad. I'm gonna use it. I gotta do it. That one fits perfect. It is a little bit flattened out, but not terrible. Maybe I'll put a little... I don't use silicone on this stuff. Not with rubber, it doesn't work. I wonder if this one's less flattened out. That look like the same O-ring? Let's try this. You can't use a tool on them because you'll mess them up. So I try to get it with my fingernail. And sometimes I'm successful. There we go, I got it moving. Gee, I might have to use something in there. Maybe here. That's the way to do it. Ha! Here. We'll just blow it out of there. Now that one is less flat than the other one. It looks better. Oh boy. And it fits in there. I'd say that I'm going to use that one. It's in better shape. And like I said, I've never seen this on a Honda. So somebody must have added this. You do have Chinese carburetors that come with this. I don't think it's for this carb. So we're going to leave that out. I'm going to move these over. I'm going to blast this with carb cleaner and air. Oh, and keep the carb cleaner away from the gasket because it'll make it go all over the place. Okay, so that's all cleaned out good. Put all these jets back in. I can fix that. I won't need that again for a while. So let's just shut all that noise off. Let's screw all this back together. Do that one too smaller. There we go. That looks better already. good inside and out. Now let's see, how's this needle look? This needle looks a little grimy up here. Let's just rub some of this grime off of here. I'm not going to wire brush or anything. I don't want to hurt this rubber tip. So what I'll do is I'll just rub that rubber tip with my finger. And let's take a look in here. That looks nice and clean. Okay. So now this can all go back together. Make sure it clips in nice. Okay, that's in good. Make sure everything's clean. Like I said, I cleaned my table before I started because very important. You get dirt in your carburetor while you're cleaning your carburetor. It isn't good. Now let's see. That looks fine. I wonder what the heck. I wonder what that is. Anyway. Ooh, I know what that is. That's supposed to have an O-ring in it. And I don't think it does. Where did it go? I think I blew an O-ring out. That just goes into a hole there. So I guess that's not very important, but it looks like it had something in it. And I heard something fly before. So I'm gonna look. I found it. It's a little tiny O-ring that goes between there and there. I have no idea why, but it does. Okay. I knew I heard something. Okay. So let's get some. This one goes in here. This one goes in here. One more here. And go reinstall this thing. I'm gonna clean the tank and stuff off camera because it's just boring. I'm gonna pull the petcock off. I'm gonna drain it out through the bottom real quick, shake it around, maybe pour some more in it. I'm hoping everybody's getting all this. It looks good. Okay, and that is almost the last of it. Just gonna put that one more jet in there. This thing's all bent. I know it doesn't belong there. That's a little better. Like I said, about 1.5 or 2 turns on this. It's nice and clean now. Carb's all clean inside. So it should be good. And my buddy's toy can't be bogging and acting up. All the way in and then 1.5. Yeah, 1 3/4. Fine. Okay, so I think we can go reinstall. So we're in here as close as I can get you, I think. I cleaned up the mating surface where the carburetor goes on with a green scrubby. get over here. Of course, I'm leaving off that other little plastic piece because it's Chinese anyway. So I needed shorter bolts. I didn't have them, so I just put nuts on bolts. I know I can fit them in there. I checked. So we're gonna stuff this back in here. These are a pain in the neck to do because of the throttle cable. But slide the carburetor in there, stick the cable in there, and then you can screw it on by twisting the carburetor, which is a pain in the neck. Or you can tear the throttle cable out of the upper end and all that good stuff. But there we go. Now I get it. Oh, I thought I had a thread. There we go. Now I got a thread. Always, you can screw the choke on afterwards, of course. That's easy. But this part is the pain in the neck one, because it doesn't really turn. Unless somebody else has an idea that's better than this, let me know in comments. Let's see that we're in far enough. Yes, we're in far enough. Now I can flip this up, install the cable in it. Hope you can see everything here. And then, last time it went throttle down because I had that wrong. I actually got, let's see if she opens all the way. Yep, it's hitting the top and hitting the bottom, so we're good. It's got a low play in it, but that's fine. And I can put this little cover on there. So, as you can see, everything went good cleaning wise. I cleaned it out nicely. Hopefully it's not gonna bog. And it's gonna run good. And that's that. Like I said, I can do the choke afterwards. It just runs into there and it just screws in the carburetor down there. So I'm just going to get it out of the way for now. Like I said, I've cleaned the surface good. I put the best O-ring I had in it. We'll see what we get here. Now we're going to have a problem with this. There we go. Hanging. Where are we hanging all crooked? There we go. Okay, so said we're gonna get this thing in there. Well, maybe I should throw that choke in there while it's loose. Yeah, I could do that. Make life a little easier, I guess. Find it again. I hope you guys can see everything. I'm doing my best to make it visible. I can see pretty good. I just hope you guys can. Okay, so we're getting the bolts in here, tighten them up with the wrench, and tighten the choke cable up a little bit. And of course it's plastic, so you don't want to go too crazy on it. Just snug it in there. And then just to avoid any kind of leaks or anything, we put the rubber booty back on it. Which you have to pop off to turn it, of course, or the rubber booty just winds up in there. We've got to be getting close now. Yeah. Even with the booty off, it's kind of binding in there. Okay, we're snugged up. Now push this rubber boot back on there. So that's good. I'll tighten this throttle cable up. I don't like the way it's sitting in there, but that's the same size, of course. Tighten that up. Then we can get to these bolts in here with my little 10mm. And there it is, carburetor back in. So I did end up tearing the gas tank apart, and there's the screen. Look at that mess. Nice, right? So I'm going to clean that out. I'm going to clean that out. And that's before I put the tank back on and get gas to this thing. It's silly to put this dirt back in, you know. Okay, it's time. Get this back on order here. Okay, that went well so far. Get that straight. Let's do this nice. Put the fuel line back on. And put that tank in. I'm going to use the same gas again, because it's pretty clean. It's just that the filter was nasty. It was one nasty filter. I think that might have been his problem, at least on reserve, but I'm not sure. Hopefully we got this figured out here. Okay, so I'll pour the gas in and move you back a little and see if this thing starts. Okay, so last night I finished putting my buddy's SX250 together. And now it sounds a lot better. We're going to choke it. Right there. There we go. I didn't choke it enough. Okay, my buddy came to get his trike. He's riding all over the place. It sounds really good. Doing wheelies all over the place. It's cool. There he goes again. Yep, it's running better. Much better. Sadie likes it too. Sadie, cut it out.